What's going on YouTube? The story I want to talk about in this video is Donald Trump and his position on guns, in particular guns in schools. It's been in the news a little bit, him going back and forth on his position in terms of gun-free zones in schools. So I'm going to read a little bit from a statement that CNN put out. Donald Trump on Monday clarified position on allowing guns in schools, telling CNN in a phone interview that school resource officers or trained teachers should be the ones carrying guns. He stood by his adamant criticism of gun-free zones but backed away from his blanket call to eliminate all gun-free zones in schools, saying they would only be eliminated in some cases. Hillary Clinton this weekend accused Trump of wanting to mandate that every school in America allow guns in classrooms. Trump responded, "I don't want to have guns in classrooms, although in some cases teachers should have guns in classrooms. Frankly," he said. Kind of getting confusing. The way she said it, he also went on to say, the way she said it, it meant like every student should be sitting there carrying guns, Trump said. If trained people had guns, you wouldn't have the carnage that you've had. The problem with gun-free zones is it's like offering up candy to bad people, he said Monday. They hear gun-free zones and they go in there with their guns blazing. So even though Donald Trump is making it kind of confusing for us to understand his real position, I think I can dissect what he's saying and tell you guys what Donald Trump really means when he's talking about guns in schools and gun-free zones. I think he wants to end all gun-free zones because earlier this year he promised that he would end all gun-free zones in schools. So he doesn't want schools to be gun-free zones. He wants teachers or trained professionals to carry guns in schools. So either maybe a trained teacher or a as he puts it, a school resource officer to have a gun on campus, or whatever school, college or high school or middle school or whatever. He wants a school resource officer to have a gun or the teacher to have a gun. He's not calling for students to have guns. And, Hillary Clinton is exaggerating it a little bit. She knows that he's trying to mandate every school have guns. I don't think he's coming out and saying, he's going to mandate that. But what he is saying is, hey, gun-free zones are not a good idea for schools because predators look at that and say, well, it's a gun-free zone, so if we go there and, decide to shoot a bunch of people, they're not going to have guns there on the spot to stop us. We're going to be able to go in there and shoot people, and we're not going to have to worry about anybody with guns until the police show up. So, in that regard, he's kind of right. If there's a gun-free zone and I'm a psycho and I want to shoot a bunch of kids or, a bunch of teenagers, and, I'm going to go to the gun-free zone because they don't have guns there, and I'm going to, I'll kill them there because I don't have to worry about somebody with a gun shooting me before I carry out my mission, so to speak. But, I don't know exactly how this works when he eliminates all gun-free zones. Like Hillary Clinton said, she's arguing that he's gonna mandate every school to have guns in them with school resource officers or teachers carrying them. I've never heard him say he's gonna mandate that, but I am curious as how Donald Trump plans to impose this on the country. Is he going to force schools that don't want guns in their school to carry guns and to have these school resource officers, these trained professionals, carry guns in their school even if they don't want them? I could see a lot of conflict arising from that if you're forcing people to do something that they don't want to do, or forcing schools in this case to have guns in their schools and they don't want guns in their schools. A lot of conflict could arise from that. A lot of drama, so to speak, could arise from that. But is it the right thing to do? Is it a good thing to do? Should guns be in schools to protect the children? I know this is a really controversial subject and there's strong opinions on both sides, and sometimes this is a very emotional topic just because of the fact that, a lot of people have been affected by gun violence, and, some people have been affected by gun violence in schools before. So this is, a subject very near and dear to a lot of people's hearts. Guns and guns in schools and just guns in general. So I know this is a very controversial subject, but I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that, trained professionals should have guns in schools? Do you think it's a bad idea? Do you guys think that predators or psychopaths or whatever you want to call them seek out gun-free zones to kill innocents? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Drop a like on this video if you guys like this video, and please subscribe to the channel for future content.